So my weekend has been all over the place, right? Because I went to the dentist on Thursday. I've had a broken tooth for about 4 years, right? But it's not been hurting or anything. So I was like, why the fuck would I go get that fixed? You know what I mean? If it's broke but not too broke, don't fix it, I believe is the saying. You know? No, I've needed to have it pulled out for a while. Like, it got infected. So I'm like, hey, Mr. Dentist man, can you yank this tooth out my face, please? And since then, like, they gave me some painkillers, and I've been all over the place, right? I've only had, like, painkillers once before. It was when I had surgery on my knee. So I got Oxycontin, right? And I'm telling you, this is the most magical shit I've ever had in my life. Because I'm not exactly like a drugs person, you know? Like, I grew up drinking quite a lot. But other than that, I never really went near anything else. And then I had Oxycontin for the pain in my leg. Not for recreational purposes. So I'd have to take 2 of these before I went to bed. And there's just this lovely, beautiful, warm sensation comes over you. Like the world is giving you a hug. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh, okay, this is why people take drugs, you know? Because I'd only ever seen, like, the scare tactics. Like, if you do drugs, you're going to fuck your life up. And then you see the pictures of people that have, like, lost their homes. They're doing really rough. Everything's horrific. They've lost their lives. And I was of the attitude of what I'd been told. Of, like, oh, those silly sausages. Why would they do something that hurts them so much? You know that attitude people have that's just, like, it's so smug. Like, well, obviously, you've never tried heroin, you know? Otherwise, you'd know. But no, that's what I mean. Like, I took it, and I come over so warm, and I was like, oh, this is why people take drugs. It makes so much sense now. Because, Oxycontin it's an opiate, so basically, it's synthetic heroin. And I could tell why people were into it. I thought, man, this is nice. And I remember around that time, I started watching Futurama for the first time. So whenever I hear the intro music to Futurama, I still get like callbacks in my body, brain, nerve system. I don't know what that's called. Anyways, whenever the Futurama theme music comes on, I still get this warm, fuzzy feeling as if I've just taken my Oxycontin for the first time. So no, man. They gave me a shit ton of that Oxy as well. Like, I needed, like, I think a quarter of the pills they gave me. And I took one once because I was like, oh, that warm feeling is pretty nice. You know, I wasn't in pain. I just wanted to feel that thing. And I was like, hold on. I need to throw these things away. This is how lives get ruined. So that was a close call. It's a shame I cannot put the cookies down. Cookies are my heroin, you see. I went to see my dealer the other day, Walmart. I was like, yo, Walmart, I need an eighth of those Chips Ahoy's. Don't let no one see. Walked out of there with a brown bag that I stashed in my mouth. Like, don't let no one see. Oh, I'm smuggling these cookies. Oh, there's white chocolate chips and brown chocolate chips. Yeah, so they gave me, after this, I'm going to pretend the surgery was a lot more severe than it was. They just used pliers and yanked it out my face. The tooth, of course. I've got the dogs in here with me again, by the way. So if you hear some chomping or growling, that is them. That is not me. All right? Because I know Theo's playing with the toy right now. Yeah, so they gave me some lure tabs. Are they lure tabs or lure tabs? I thought they were lure tabs because it lures you into a pain-free existence. No, I had lure tabs. And they knock me the fuck out. Right? When I had the Oxycontin before, it just made me so warm and happy and fuzzy, you know? But these ones, they knock me out and I feel like all groggy and weird. And I had some really trippy dreams. it was weird. Like, I woke up still groggy, and I was texting, trying to explain I had a dream, not like Martin Luther King, like it wasn't that good of a dream. You know, he had a really good dream, you know, like the end of racism. My dream was like I had the Champions League final was held at Gloucester Park in Basildon, where I grew up playing soccer. And then when Ronaldo and everyone came off from the final, they knew me. They were like, "Hey, it's you." And then for some reason, I had a desk in the locker room with a special drawer with all these inconsequential things from growing up, right? Like, none of it was important. And I was like, what is this? Is this a sign that I've got baggage that I should have let go of, but I'm still holding it in a special drawer in a place miles and miles away? I don't know. I don't know what life was trying to teach me, or maybe I just needed to drink some water. But yeah, so it's made me all groggy and weird, you know? And then it's all like stormy and wet outside. It's been cabin fever with drugs, but not good drugs, you know? It's not like I got to take like LSD, you know? It's not like I got to develop some sort of Beatles sixth sense of what is art, what is life, man. You know, there's no Yellow Submarine. I wrote some stuff bitching about the dentist. Oh, man. But yeah, it was traumatic at the dentist, you know? I've never been nervous before, but this one, I actually was a little bit, right? Because like, they're yanking something out my face. All I've done before is have like a cleaning, you know? They give you that little interrogation thing. You know, you're leant back in your chair. Like, you don't know if they're going to gas you or waterboard you whilst they're shining a light in your eyes. You know, have you been cleaning these teeth? How many times do you change your toothbrush? What toothpaste do you use? Where were you on May the 13th? So, Jesus Christ. Where did you learn dentistry? Like Guantanamo? Is that where you were at? Now, before we let you have any dental patients, I want you to interrogate these terrorists in this inescapable prison, which should have been shut down a long, long time ago. No, he's leaning your back, and he's got like 19 tools on the side. Like, everyone looks sharper and more spinny and more dangerous. Like, each one gets a bit more medieval, you know? And then he's like asking you questions, and he shoves his hand in your mouth. It's like, what the? Okay. So, have you had a nice week? Like, has no one invented like a longer tool? Why have you got 19 tools, but none of them come with like a few inches of an extender on it, so you don't have to shove your whole hand in my mouth to reach it in there? Plus, if your hand's in my mouth, how can you see what you're doing? You're just guessing. You're all frauds. You're a bunch of interrogating evil bastards. All right. The most painful thing about it was when he put the was it anesthetic? That's not the right word. The thing that makes your mouth numb. I can't remember what that's called. Either way, like, he's got it in a needle. Didn't warn me. I thought he was just looking in my mouth, you know, to check he had the right tooth that he was aiming at. But no, I mean, he just starts going in, stabbing me in the jaw. And I'm like, ow, what the fuck? He goes, I'm just numbing it. It's like, well, dickhead, that would have been great information a minute ago, so I could have prepared for this initial attack. So yeah, he keeps like stabbing a thing in there, and then my mouth starts going numb, which you're not really prepared for. And then it's not just pulling one tooth out. Ow. I did say that weird. That did come out weird. Right, it's not like pulling one tooth out, because my tooth was broken into like 4 or 5 different pieces. I must have got punched at some point that I didn't know about, I'm guessing. How else do you break a tooth? Especially there. It's like the one before my wisdom tooth. So Yeah, he's trying to pull these things out, and the lady's like, "Oh, you might feel some pushing and pulling, right?" And then he yanks something on my cheek. I'm like, "Ow!" And he's like, "Oh, did that hurt?" I was like, "Well, fucking obviously it did, doctor. You know, don't make me stand up, shine a light in your eyes." It's like, "Oh, what was you doing? What was you doing with my cheek, doctor? Where was you doing with that? Why weren't you aiming my tooth?" So yeah, he keeps pulling bits out. I didn't even get to see the teeth that he pulled out. I didn't get to say goodbye. Heartbroken I was. Absolutely devastated, mate. But no, so he's pulling the bits and pieces out, and then he sews it back together. You know, as a good doctor does. And he's like, I'm still a bit out of it, because I'm not quite sure what's going on. Oh yeah, and then he had to use some one of those spinny medieval tools, right? He's like, I can't get this one out. I can't seem to get it locked in. So he without warning, not like, "Listen, this is going to sound like a lawnmower that is going in your face, but I assure you it is a very delicate precision tool." Gets this tool, no warning. I'm guessing he's just got a different pair of pliers. Dentist pliers, you know, let's use the medical terms. And all I hear is just like, and then I smell burning. Now, if you cannot feel anything, and you didn't realize this tool was coming, you don't know to expect the noise, the fucking burning smell now coming out of my face. It is a bit unnerving. Not gonna lie, I started to like tremble a little bit. I was really scared, right? And then when he's finished with his little like fucking machine, he looks at like the dental assistant and goes, "Oh, this one's turning a bit pale, isn't he?" It's like, "Motherfucker, are you taunting me?" I get no warning that you're about to like break out the old Black & Decker on my face. No warning that you might smell some burning, but it's okay. It's completely normal. And then you bastard, you're going to taunt me? You son of a bitch. Fucking taunted me. Like, yeah, I'm trembling. I'm going white. I don't know what you're doing. If you're doing anything, like if you were a lady and you have a toy, right? That's battery powered, and you start using it, and all of a sudden, instead of the usual rumble, you just hear like, and then you smell burning coming from your vagina. That you're gonna be worried, right? It's like, well, it didn't say this on the instructions. I've never seen this in a porno, you know. Never been watching it. And then the girl is just like, what's that burning smell? No, there never seems to be any burning. Maybe if my mouth was really dry. But it weren't. I could have promised you. I was like drooling everywhere. Yeah, and the dental assistant didn't help with that. I'm just sitting there like drooling on myself, my mouth like locked open, because old dickhead McGee can buy a drill to put in my face, but he can't buy any extendo tools before taunting me. So yeah. So yeah, I had to like bite down on like gauze for a while, and my face didn't hurt, you know, because of all the numbing things. And I was like, oh, I can go to work. I'll be fine. Which I was. I learned to talk just like with my mouth closed kind of thing. Like, I was like, oh, man, it is not that hard to be a ventriloquist. You know? I'm standing there just like, hey, guys, how's it going? No, good. I just been to the dentist, so I can't really open my mouth. Because who wouldn't want to hear a ventriloquist dummy talking in that voice? Sounds like a kind of a mangled English American accent where you have somehow stubbed your tongue.